Hello, DOYO Live community. How you doing today? So I'm Dr. Mike Sevilla. Yes, I'm a real doctor. And this is my DOYO Live audition because I want to speak at DOYO Live 2018 to all of you. And I see all of you out there. So, well, not maybe you. So what am I going to talk about? So I want to talk about storytelling and how that can help your business, building community, using social media. But before all that, I want to introduce yourself to me in case people don't know, who I am, So I'm a guy who was born and raised here in the Youngstown area. That's right, So my folks are still, they still live in the Boardman-Canfield area. And so I went to Cardinal Mooney High School. I went to Youngstown State University. I went to Neomed for medical school. And now I am a family physician. I work in Salem at the Family Practice Center of Salem. And I've been there about 15 years. So, and I love talking about digital marketing. I love talking about social media. And how it started for me was, I've been doing this for, over a decade now. And the reason why I started doing this, because, back at that time, there were a lot of physicians doing this. I got really angry. I got angry about all the misinformation, the bad information that is out there right now. Hi, Liz. Liz is watching us right now. An example is, back at that time when you Googled vaccines and autism, you got all this negative information out there. And that really got me angry because I would fight with my patients about this bad information out there. So I wanted to be part of the change. So I started, using social media, to tell people, what I'd say in the exam room. And I've been doing that for many years now. And I've been able to connect with my community, of physicians who have been growing in the past few years. And, in that community there, I've been able to get a little bit of notoriety. One of the first physicians to do this. I have thousands of Twitter followers. I've been on the executive board or the advisory board for the social media network for the Mayo Clinic. So been a lot of cool things that have happened with this. But at the core is, telling my story, building community, and just being out there for people. So that's my story, and I've been doing that for the last couple of years. I want to thank DOYO Live for having me share my story the last couple of years. But I want to take it to a next level. I want to take this audition to the next level. I haven't seen any other potential speaker do this. I'm going to bring a guest on. So this is my good friend, Fortunato Figliano.
Dr. Mike.
So don't be intimidated. But just say hi to the people out there.
Hey, DOYO Live community.
There you go.
I like the way you said you have thousands of followers on Twitter.
Yeah.
He has 27,000 followers on Twitter. So don't underestimate yourself.
There you go. So we have a great topic that we're going to talk to you during this audition. But before that, Fortunato, just kind of introduce yourself to the DOYO Live community. One of the things is you came to my talk last year, which was really cool. And then, so Fortunato is diving deep even better in the DOYO Live community because he went to the deep dive, I think earlier this month or last month. So you're really getting into this.
So you ready? Here's a plug.
Yeah.
I love DOYO Live. I was there in August. I was at the deep dive. I learned so much more. I've been to some of their online classes, but sincerely, they're a great organization. Glad that we could potentially participate and actually build on what you started last year because I'm part of your community.
Absolutely, so, So before introduce yourself. So hi to Cheryl. You may know Cheryl.
Yeah,
you know me as Cheryl.
So Cheryl, my wife and actual business partner. I'm a co-owner of Centers for Hearing Care. My beautiful wife, I should say. I need to point that out. But I oversee the business side of Centers for Hearing Care. We have 7 offices in Northeast Ohio. We have a great staff. We have doctors of audiology in all of our centers and a great support staff to go with that. And, I would describe them as a very community-driven, purpose-driven organization. Mm-hmm. We do a lot locally. We love it. It's our passion. Mm-hmm. And it's really defined who we are.
Yeah. We have a lot of people joining. Look at that. We have like, what's that, 15, 16 people, you know.
Wow,
big shout out to Dr. Amanda.
Yes.
So Deb is out there. Donna. So Bob is out there too.
Yeah.
So
thanks for joining us.
Yeah. So the Centers for Hearing Care. So as we get into our topic here, so it's not really. I mean, your company really isn't about kind of the purchase and the sale of hearing aids. It's a little bit deeper than that, right?
Absolutely, yes. And thanks for recognizing that. So, our biggest influence has actually been the mission trips that we've been on. We've been blessed to go on over 20 missions internationally, starting in 1999. Our company was founded in 1989, by the way. So we've been through Central America, South America, the Caribbean nations.
Wow.
But what I'm most proud of is our local missions.
Like here in the Youngstown area.
Here in the Youngstown area. We realize that there's help needed right here in our own backyard. And here we are traveling the world. And that's why it's near and dear to our heart. So since 2012, we have given away over 500 hearing aids with audiological services tied to that. Cool. And we're very proud of that. And I think a lot of that work is our story. It has brought us to a higher purpose. And that purpose is that everyone has a right to hear.
Oh, okay. So that's your core kind of mission.
Right. And even those in financial need, they have a right to hear. And secondly, we're proud to say that no one walks away that needs us. No one walks away not helped. Wow. And that's very powerful for us and who we are. And a lot of that is heavily influenced from our missions. Yeah.
And before you go on, I mean, I was able to take part in that, a few weeks ago, and it was fun. It was fun, seeing the faces of the people and of their families, and to give them that gift. It's very powerful.
Well, and giving is almost like, your dopamine. You as the doctor would describe this better. Your dopamine level goes up. You want to do more and more of it. It becomes a true passion. And I'm really proud of the volunteers and our staff that surrounds us to help us do this. And you know what I learned, Dr. Mike?
What's that?
The bottom line in business is people and not money.
What?
That's right.
The bottom, wait.
People, not money.
But the bottom line is people, not money. No.
Yes.
No, you're wrong. Right? You're wrong. No, because I read a lot, and I go, and I listen to a lot of like lectures and things, and go to a lot of conferences. So what I hear is, business is about the product, right?
It's not about the product.
Or the business is about the price,
it's
right?
It's not about the price.
No, really?
No.
Or business is about the competition.
It's not about that either.
Really?
No.
What makes you say that?
It's almost an equation. It's really the people means your community, right? And the social value that you bring to that community.
Yeah.
So that's how we look at it. Wow. So today with all the it's a technology revolution. Right?
Yes.
And there's more connectivity with these devices than there ever has been.
Right there, see, because I see all of you out there.
I'm not watching.
I see, yeah. Yeah, there's like 25 people watching us live now. So, hey, thanks, everybody. I love the chatter in there. We'll get back to the comments a little bit. So, but yeah, keep going.
Well, I just want to say that in this technology revolution, think about social media. People know more about your company now than they ever have, right? Mm-hmm. And so what's important is not what you know. They want to know about you, who you are. It makes me think of the old saying, people don't care about what you know until they know you care. Oh. And it's so true, and it's just so very important. That's nice. We've become a very purpose-driven organization, and it's really changed what we do. Yeah. So the bottom line in business is people.
It is people. See, I see all these people. I see all those people, especially you right there. And I'm not really seeing that they're really buying this story here. So what do you mean by people?
Right. Well, it's kind of fluffy, right?
Yeah.
So everyone, especially business owners, may be concerned about balancing out finances and all the normal kind of business gauge deal. Yeah. And you never take your eye off of that, but it's not enough, right?
Oh, okay.
So it's a solid business strategy, and I'll bring a couple companies to you that are actually doing it today.
Sure,
right?
Sure.
So I want to talk about, I brought you a gift.
Oh, a gift. Hey, look at that.
How many of you have heard of Love Your Melon?
Love Your Melon.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they're a very purpose-driven organization.
So this company is about hats. So we welcome comments about what you guys think about the hats.
Get the thing.
So love your melon. So let me guess. So this company is about making hats, especially in the wintertime, so it could keep my head warm. Is that what Love Your Melon's about?
It's not about the hat. It's not even remotely about the hat.
Really?
Yeah. So it's a couple young guys from a university in Minnesota, and what they wanted to focus on was pediatric cancer. So their goal has been that for every hat that they sell, they give a hat to a kid that has cancer.
Really?
So think about this child and what they're going through with chemotherapy.
Right.
And you're just bringing them a little bit of happiness,
Yeah.
with the hat. So it's not about the hat. It's about a higher purpose. Since then, they've quickly reached their goal of 45,000 hats given away.
45,000 hats.
Yeah, and they've gone on to bigger goals, and you all should look them up, Love Your Melon. But the important part, Dr. Sevilla, it's the story. It's not about the hat. People are buying the hat because of the story that this company offers.
So when people go to Love Your Melon, they're going to see hats and things,
Right.
But they're not there because of the hats. They're here because of the story and of the purpose behind the hat. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a great, well-constructed hat.
These are nice. We're getting some good comments here.
We kind of look like gangsters, actually, the more I look at it. We should probably be careful with these hats.
I don't know. So, but you have another example for us.
Yeah, I do. So there's Warby Parker. I think that's a more popular name.
Warby Parker. So I know about Warby Parker because I'm 4 eyes, so I have glasses. So this company, I go there and I can order all these frames. They can deliver it to my house, and then what I don't like, I can return back. So Warby Parker is about the sale of eyeglasses, right?
You've got the right company, but that's not what they're about.
Wow.
Yeah, no, definitely not. So they were started by, again, a couple of young guys that were going backpacking through Europe, and one of them broke their glasses, couldn't afford a new pair. He actually went through an entire semester of grad school without glasses.
Really?
Right. So, he identified a problem, kind of their purpose.
Yeah.
And so they are founded on, for every pair of glasses that they sell, they give away.
Oh.
And look them up as well. They're incredibly financially successful.
Mm-hmm.
So for the business owners that think that this concept of social value and a purpose-driven business is fluffy, it's not.
Yeah.
If you want to take the higher ground and that purpose-driven approach, it's a solid business strategy as well.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
Absolutely.
Because when people think about social value with companies, they think about, like medical companies, maybe like the Red Cross bring social value, maybe do disasters and things. But you're talking about like business companies, Love Your Melon, Warby Parker, the Centers for Hearing Care,
There's Tom's, another large organization. The list goes on and on. I'm sure our audience knows a lot of companies just like this.
Yeah.
It's a wave. It's it's really the new way to do business, because people really want to know that you're a good social citizen. If that is a term, social citizen. I may have made that one up.
I know, yeah.
We got the idea.
You should trademark that before somebody in the audience does. Right. But I know there's still a lot of people out there. They're saying, hey, only a big company, big national, multinational company, can do that. We can't do that, locally here. That's not something that we're built for here. What would you say to that?
Well, the beauty of this approach is that what you're effectively doing is you're building a community. You own that community, because you're controlling who you're allowing into it. And, if you think of even the big conglomerates, think about our industry, right? And these big conglomerates wanting to come into it. The thing that they can't do is they can't build a community. They're very large, even competing against Amazon. Companies have shown to be successful when they can find a niche and they can build a community around it. Okay. And that's what Love Your Melon did. Yeah. That's what Warby Parker did.
Yeah.
They've built an online community that's followed them, that buys into their purpose. Yeah. And that's what's been successful for them. So that's what I'm excited about us unveiling at DOYO Live in August.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be a great program.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because this is a little bit different type of business type of talk that probably what people are used to in the past. This is really kind of putting the mirror up to yourself, up to your company,
Right.
and say, hey, you know, what is your core value? What is your story? You know, well, why do you do what you do? And some people and some businesses may not like what they see, or maybe they have to, you know, adjust that a little bit.
Right. Absolutely.
And you know, your company's done that, and I know there's a lot of other companies out there that can do that too. And we can tell people how to do that, but we have to, Fortunato, we have to get there first.
So how can they help us? What are some things they can do to get us there?
So, you know, we appeal to everybody, but we especially appeal to the DOYO Live Selection Committee. And I know they're watching right now.
Overachievers.
So, see right here. See DOYO Live. It's right. It's right there. So we love you. And
we love you.
We love you. And so for everybody else, you know, I mean, I love the comments here. I love all the live viewers that we have here.
That's fantastic.
So I'm
you.
seeing all these likes and thumbs up and loves on the bottom here. So I ask people to do that. So, you know, like and comment. But most importantly, Fortunato, I ask people to share this DOYO Live audition with your friends, with your business contacts. Spread our story. You know, so we can get there, you know.
Masterclass.
And what'd you say?
Masterclass.
Masterclass. So he let the cat out of the bag there. So what our plan is, don't tell the selection committee about this. So we want to do with the people who get there, you know, and we're really appealing to those especially in the healthcare community, but this could be any business.
Any business.
This could be any business.
Right.
So when you get there, you're going to hear us. You know, we're going to do our banter. You're going to be entertained, but we're going to challenge you and your company, to see how you can find your purpose, to find something that's in your niche that you can deliver to the community and give back, and it'd be a good business move.
Absolutely.
So you think those people can do that?
I think so. Actually, I want to even address the digital marketers.
Yeah.
Because I remember last year there were a lot of them at DOYO Live.
Yes.
Now, if you think about digital marketing, one of the most important aspects is content, right?
Yeah.
What is content?
Right.
It's stories.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
That's an important part of that. So what's a story? It's really tied into what we're talking about, purpose-driven, you know, and just, you know, a lot of that great content that they can build. Mm-hmm. And then the DOYO Live partners can get their message out, right?
Yes.
Working together. So it's very complementary to who's going to be at DOYO Live.
Yes. You know, and you know, what I've been about, you know, since I first started presenting at DOYO Live is to grow this community, to help grow this community. I mean, you know, especially in our sector of healthcare, you know, I mean, you know, for some reason, Fortunato wanted to see me talk last year. I have no idea why, but I'm glad that you did.
Well, that's the last name. I thought you were Italian.
There you go.
I showed up.
There you go. So, but yeah, he's been able to be part of my community. And then when I went to hang out for their mission and to be a part of that experience, I got to be a part of your community. Yes. So we want to be, you know, part of your community, and you want to be part of our community. The only way to do that, you know, is to you know, to like this video, to leave comments, to bother and badger the selection committee. But we love you.
Right, we love them.
We love it, but badger them because we want to be there in August. And you know, what we hope to do, you know, is if we get into the speakers, then we'll be able to kind of build this thing here. You know, build it up until August. Maybe network a little bit with the people who are going to be coming, and you know, help people find their purpose. You know, that's a very exciting thing.
It is exciting. Very much looking forward to it. I hope we're selected.
Yeah. Right, so I guess closing up, I guess we got to hit stop.
Is there a stop? Is there a stop button?
Dennis, are you in here? Can you hit stop?
Dennis, can you do it remotely?
Let's see here. Hey, thanks everybody for joining us here. So we'll talk to y'all very soon. So bye everybody.